Happy days to everybody out there. My name's Brian. If you happen to be new to the channel, and if you're watching this as a VOD, you're a freaking legend. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate everybody who's already been kind of waiting as we get ready to go live. I will fire up the game here in a second. I've held off because in the past, when streaming Pax Day on my local machine, it can kind of make the stream a little wonky. And so I wanted to make sure that everybody was kind of on the same page. We're going to do some, maybe, hopefully, play and have a lot of fun, but we might have to do a little bit of troubleshooting. And so if the stream does start to experience any issues for you, please let me know. Now, Pax Day is actually going to be coming to GeForce Now. We just do not have the date in which that's happening. They did announce that it in early access will be coming to GFN. We will wait to see what that happens. That will end up being a huge benefit to me, being able to play it anywhere. And the game does lightly support controller play, so we might be testing out some of that on today's stream. What's going on? Lego Man over on Twitch says, so excited for this game, hoping the early access makes my thoughts come true. Now, I think, yeah, in the title I put more to upset. There's definitely, this is a game that's sure going to upset a lot of MMO fans out there. And it's because sandbox within the MMO landscape is the more niche version of what it is. I think they are very interesting, but they're slower paced. The content around a sandbox MMO is about the people who play it as much as it is the game and the world that you exist in. So for people who are like might come over from WoW or from Final Fantasy 14, for example, those are theme park MMOs. They might find themselves struggling a little bit with how Pax Day plays and what they should ultimately end up doing. And so for me, I'm looking at this as a fun, casual MMO to kind of just hang out with, exist in the world, build some stuff, level some things up. I'm glad that it's in early access and so I can keep playing. But I do also anticipate that there might be a wipe at some point in the future. W9HJ says, looks like a good game, but dang, $100 for a pre-order. After games like New World and others, I'm gung shy about pre-orders anymore. What's interesting about this is just paying for early access and the game's going to keep evolving. You could also say, if you look at Baldur's Gate 3, they did something very similar, and you don't have to pay $100. That's the version I did. I did spend $100 on this game, but I was going to spend that anyway. So I'm excited to see that all play out. Now, if you guys are new around here and you are curious as to how I run live streams, I believe that the best part about gaming is hanging out, talking with you guys, whether you want to sound off in chat or you want to come and voice into voice chat, all are welcome. Discord is a free community that we have access to. The top link in the description of these videos and whatnot will get you over there. And so, yeah, you're welcome to come join in to this as kind of a podcast, and we'll have to see how that goes. Now, I just got an error. I don't even have the game running. YouTube might be having some some trouble today, but we will see how it goes. Sometimes when it's all said and done, you can only do what you can do. But anyway, I'm going to bring in our illustrious community chat here. What's going on, Yerman? How are you doing today, sir?
Doing okay. Yourself?
Doing good, dude. I'm doing good. I'm gonna try to launch the game, and if the stream for some reason decides that it's gonna really struggle, then we will troubleshoot first and foremost, much like we did last time.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, did Steam just quit out on me? Oh, I literally clicked on the game and
That's not good.
It is what it is. Okay, now it's back. I guess maybe it was doing something behind the scenes. All right, hit and play. We're going to see what happens. Error on Steam. You are logged in on another computer already playing. Typing land. Launching Pax Day here will disconnect the other session. Yes. I'm taking over. I am taking over.
Sorry, kiddos.
Sorry, kiddos. Get out. I thought we bought that under my wife's account. I guess we bought that under my account. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. All right, let's see here. We texted Julie so she knows what's up.
Is this a lunch and loot, or is this like you're off today?
Lunch and loot. Yeah, like it's especially with an early access MMO launch, I'm like, I'm not gonna take a massive amount of time for that.
Yeah.
I need to adjust some of the visuals here. 1 second.
Yeah, the screen's too big.
Over the... There we go. All right. Let me adjust the screen here under the scenes. Games. There we go. All right. Let's go back to the gaming scene. There we go. Perfect. All right.
There you go.
I'm playing on Freya Innis Gallus in the Jura region. So we're gonna have to see here. Yeah, I think I was playing around with the resolution. I think in the previous streams I had to set the resolution really low in order for the stream not to like completely crap out. So we'll see what happens when we jump into the game. So far, everything seems to be working as expected. Let me actually turn off the GFN logo because it's not yet on GFN.
Mm-hmm.
So that way people aren't like, oh, how's Brian playing on GeForce now? Not yet. Soon. Hopefully soon.
I don't know. MMOs are. I have mixed feelings about MMOs on GeForce Now.
Oh, really? I'd love to hear your thoughts there.
Because you basically have two internet connections, right?
Yeah.
You have one from your computer to the server,
Mm-hmm.
like to the game server, and then like to the NVIDIA servers,
Yeah.
and then you have the NVIDIA servers to the game servers,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like you have a double latency to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when it comes to like PvE things, sure, like might not matter that much. But when it comes to like PvP, like if it were a PvP, like I wouldn't play, I don't know, like Call of Duty on GeForce Now, right? I wouldn't play a PvP game or PvP anything on GeForce Now because of the double latency there. That's just a theory.
A game. Sorry.
Quite literally, actually. But yeah, your character has way too much hair.
Yes, dude. I'm vicariously living through video games here.
Man, you would have loved me in my 20s.
Lots of hair.
I had a ponytail, yeah.
Oh, wow.
My mom used to say at the time, my mom, when I didn't shave and my hair was out, my mom said I looked like Jesus.
Oh.
Like literally.
Are you?
Me, no.
This
although
whole
my
time.
First two initials are, although my first two initials are JC. So
There you
there's
go.
that.
There you go.
But yeah, it's just the double latency thing kind of makes me a little iffy.
Yeah.
You know.
What's up, New Spin? How are you doing today, sir?
He is risen. No, not yet. Not yet.
What's up?
Benny Grapples says he has risen. I was like, no, not yet.
Not yet. Guys, we've got breaking news on this somewhat popular MMO content creators channel. When you just thought it was going to be kind of crazy, Jesus Christ is back.
Yeah, no. But I'm a bad Christian.
I think that's all Christians. We fail all the time.
Yeah.
Right, and Q, I'm learning the keybinds, and also, yeah, it works with controller, so it's like I can play the controller
Well,
and
that's
do
good.
different things. Now, the question ends up being is like, oh my gosh, Boar, jeez, can I punch him to death, or am I gonna die? Die, Boar, die. I don't have a weapon. I do have a weapon. I have an axe. What am I doing? Hey, I won. And X is basically the E key. Perfect. Oh, now I can go. I saw a fire over here. I'm gonna go cook something. Hey, all right. I won my first battle. So, Newsman says, "Sup, Ryan? I was watching somebody play this the other day. Oh gosh, we're in Boarland. Oh no. I'll get to that comment in a second. I literally running through just like all kinds of danger. Okay, that deer is not going to attack me, I believe. How long are the bad guys are going to pursue? Bad guys.
You can make a pointy stick at this point, apparently.
Yeah, I probably should. Let me, can I tab it? Okay, cool. There we go. That's the left on the D-pad. Yeah, controller guide incoming, guys. Yeah, I'm slowly healing. I was looking for that fire pit, so that way I could kind of cook up some of that boar meat that I got. Maybe that will help me. All right, let's see if we can actually read chat and not die in this game. Newsman says, "Sup, Brian? I was watching somebody play this yesterday, and it looks pretty awesome, but I'm waiting for EQ2 Origins Classic server to launch in an hour." Dude, no judgment, man. Like, I hope you have fun. I never actually got into, I never played EverQuest, but Final Fantasy 11 was my intro, and that was sandbox, and that's why when I'm sitting down and playing a game like this, I'm like, oh, I really like sandbox. I really like sandbox. Grilled meat chunks. There we go. Oh,
Yummy.
man, this is great. I'm playing with a controller, and definitely there's no controller mappings or keys that display, but that's something that's definitely interesting. All right. So if I do this, what's up, Lost? Where are you at in the world?
Can you not see me on the map?
Oh, I probably could. Let me go to map. Oh, it won't. All right, it won't let me tab. Okay, so there's definitely not all the features. Left bumper, right bumper, left bumper. Nope. All right.
Are you trying to control?
I'm all setup. Start. Do anything? X, Y, B, A. A's jump. Swing, block.
Benny asks if this is going to be a PvP game.
It can be if you want it to be.
There are PvP zones.
Zone, okay.
All right, my max health went up by eating that food. Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just use the key. Oh, actually, I do have the Xbox like chat thing, so I can just keybind this. Axon, Buck, Boz. So I see people.
Yeah, Buck and Boz are
yeah.
over at the base, I believe.
Okay, and oh, I see you. I see you, Lost, down there in the south. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I just gotta make my way over there. Dude, I love that I can play this game with a controller.
What's good, Scrag?
Hey, Scrag, what's going on, dude? I'm glad I didn't take yesterday off work. Yeah, we're live on the MMO channel. I'm glad I didn't take yesterday off because they like y'all were running into issues where you couldn't place things down on the world, and it's like, yeah.
Apparently, it was a server desync issue where the server wasn't expecting to have that many requests, and it just got caught up. Or
just got overwhelmed. Oh,
shocker!
Yep.
MMO early access servers get overwhelmed. Oh my.
Day one jitters, you know.
Yeah,
really.
Okay, cool. That board decided he wanted to stay in the back. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a close one. There we go. All right, I lived. I'm the boy who lived. All right.
Boy who lived, who has freaking beard of a 30 or 40-year-old. Like,
that's how they make them out over there, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be more resources. So the way that they're trying to engineer this is in that there's PV, like the going in and doing the PvP zones are going to net you unique or special resources, but you can still, I don't think they have the auction house or anything like that set up. So, oh gosh, we got a wolf. I have 26
This is basically
points.
just a build and craft.
Oh dear
test.
Lord, that wolf hurt. Oh no, my game closed. Did my kids kick me out? We'll find out. Oh man, intense. Wolf probably is gonna kill me because I'm not running. All right, I think I think my kids probably tried to take over the game. It's updating Steam. Okay, thanks Steam. I went ahead and bought it through Steam.
Yeah, that's how I got it too.
Bad news. I just mined a bunch of iron. Got nothing.
can't really hear you, Scrag. You're a little far away.
I'm not far away at all. What are you talking about?
You're really low, though.
All right, let's see here. Cool. Getting back in. Yep, that's what happened. The kids kicked me out. Kicking them back out. Well, and I was like, Jules, I can only. It's like I'm not. It's a lunch and loot. It's not long. Like they can. We got them. They're playing a typing game. We're trying to get the kids able to type and use the keyboard and mouse, so that way they can go and grind Pax Dei for me. How did you get so strong and good at everything at Pax Dei? I just let my kids play all summer long, man. What are you talking about? I farmed this out. I made my own bots.
Summer break now, right?
Yeah, summer break, baby.
I have to feed my bots.
Yeah, I know. And provide for them, pay taxes, all the good stuff. Is the
Yeah,
game
I have
reasonably
no idea.
priced? I think the starting price is reasonable. I upgraded to the $100 edition, so
Starting price, yeah, is definitely reasonable. $40.
40
Yeah,
bucks
40
for
bucks.
starting.
Yeah.
If you like the build, loot, craft kind of fight games like Valheim or other stuff like that, then you'd probably like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I dropped all my stuff. Let's see
But it
here.
has very slow progression intentionally to make you work with a group.
Oh, I
You
didn't.
can do it solo, but it's a very time sinky
Right.
situation.
If you
Yeah,
like
I
your
get you.
MMOs to be single player, I don't think you'll enjoy Pax Day.
Yeah.
Can you do things
I am.
solo? Yes. Well, that's the thing. Like, it's not that you can't do things. It's just that from an efficiency perspective, there's going to be the gamer who's mad that like, what do you mean I can't, do whatever and have it my way? Can I summon my corpse from here?
I like doing stuff alone in survival games, so it's fun for me to just go gather some stuff, put up
Oh,
some
good.
crafts, and
I got
then
it.
cat out.
Cool. That's awesome that I don't have to.
I just like to play games that. I just
Oh
like to
yeah,
play
if you like
them
survival
alone.
PvP stuff like Ark, I think there's absolutely that element in here. Eat some food again. I might go back to playing on the controller. Oh, and then also increasing
Ryan,
my
do you need me
stamina.
to
Yeah,
come
they do just
bring you over
disappear.
to the base?
What's up?
Do you need me to come get you so you can get over to the fortress?
It would bother me.
It wouldn't bother you?
It wouldn't bother me a bit.
Do I need to come hold your hand?
Here's the river. Can I swim up on that shoreline, or is it like, oh, sucks to suck, you're gonna drown now? Like, how many times do I die?
Can you swim?
Yeah, you can swim.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, swimming confirmed. Do the animals just disappear when you skin them? I do believe so. I do believe that's what
They-
happens.
Yeah, they do.
Warped into nothing. They disappear. They shrink.
Oh
and it's
yeah, so I'm
hilarious if you do
slowly
it while they're
drowning because
dying.
that took my stamina. There we go. I like that. Gotta get good, gotta get better. All right, let's see
Last
here.
night I was playing and my friends were watching, and I killed a boar and I went, "Roar," and I hit E on it immediately. It went. "Roar."
All right.
Didn't even get to finish dying and it warped into nothing.
And the world is massive. Where are you, Lost?
It is large. I'm right now. I'm getting some granite and rock and stuff for everybody.
Nice.
But where
Oh,
are
total
you at?
team
I saw
player.
you earlier.
I just crossed this river. I'm next. Oh, now some more people are popping up. Okay, now I see you. I'm next to Buck.
Okay, so Buck is down at the very bottom. Yeah, I see Buck. You're by where the old base was.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop in and grab you some armor. Or do you have armor?
See, I would define that this is more like what an MMO is because I prefer the sandbox. And no, I do not have armor.
It's not. I would disagree. It's much more of a survival game,
Yeah.
not so much a sandbox MMO.
Okay.
Like everything's built from scratch
Multiplayer
here,
survival
Yeah.
game.
whereas in a typical sandbox MMO, you think the world is pre-made.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
There are points of interest and things like that, but there's no NPCs that can sell you like an NPC city. or
Right.
anything
Yeah.
like
It's
that,
not a
right?
typical MMO. It's more of a survival MMO.
Yeah.
As opposed to it.
This is like Wild Terra 2 or Wild Terra essentially, but 3D
Yeah.
and less focus on PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for the 12 likes. I appreciate you so much. The game is just beautiful. I'm happy that it's running as well as it was. I know prior, like I've got the DLS, got that DLSS support. I think that's helping me out.
At the beginning.
I just kind of like gradually building up my base instead of like playing Rust where you like crank a 90s to like build a wall like a Fortnite kid as fast as possible.
Oh, cool. It tells me what the food does. So I get a 0.1 health regen, 26 max health increase, and 9 max stamina increase with that food. Yay, food.
Food
like
doesn't keep you
Valheim on
alive, but
steroids.
it does give you buffs.
Yes.
So that they went like the
Ooh,
Valheim route
money.
with food.
I missed hitting the money. All right. Pull up the map. See where I'm at. Okay. I need to cut this way. Yeah, it definitely is like Valheim, like on steroids. So like the things that I enjoyed about Valheim, I was like, oh yeah, because like you want to set up your own server, you want to do this, that, the other thing. It's like, okay, this is like, all right, this is an online persistent game MMO with you know with that survival aspect, and that's the thing I actually like. You know, as I discover things about myself as a human being, it's like, oh, turns out I really like survival games. I really have been enjoying Enshrouded, like Pow World with me and the kids has been wonderful. Like those are like, oh, I really like the survival RPG.
Genre.
Yeah, it's like as somebody who likes the RPG genre, the survival RPG genre really takes me back to like hard as nails, you know, Final Fantasy 11, where it's like, yeah, you kind of have to fight for every inch, you know.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Ginger, I'm coming towards you, meow.
Meow.
Getting some pantalones and other items for you.
Sweet. And then I've got I haven't done any land claims yet, so I can
Don't worry about it.
claim some land for the clan. We can figure that
I
out.
think we have enough, but if you want to claim some to build a house or something on, then by all means.
I wouldn't mind that. Oh, somebody's got.
You can have yourself a little
Somebody's
shack.
building out like their own little house right here as well. That's the
Yes,
thing I
that is-
really find impressive about the game is both persistence and also like, oh, you see this mountain over here? We can build stairs up that mountain, right? So it's like, oh man, that mountain's so insurmountable. All right, well, let's solve that problem and build stairs that take you across the mountain. I think that is so freaking cool. I think it's one of the things that people have wanted in MMOs for a long time. I just know that there's going to be plenty of people who are not going to enjoy this game, but wish they did.
Yeah.
Oh, that
yeah.
wolf's attacking the deer. I like how, yeah, wildlife.
Oh. I'm coming down the road towards you, right, meow?
All right, cool. Buck is right behind me as well. What's up, Everbot? How you doing, man? How you been? There's a Victorian style survival. Oh, are you talking
yeah.
about
What is that game called?
I didn't
The one
like
with
it.
The one
Yeah.
with the ferry. I've heard mixed things about it.
What was it
The
called?
one that was like,
Oh, dear Lord.
With the cards and the portal.
fairy punk game.
Yeah.
The goat at the beginning or whatever.
Jeez
and all the
Louise.
characters.
Yeah, and
This
the-
wolf
and
is
the
kicking my
light.
ass.
Yeah.
Being you cannot
No.
go into the ground, you can only mine the actual harvestables and stuff nearby.
Effing wolves, man. All right. I'm done.
I should be able to respawn you, Brian.
Oh, I respond.
Okay, well, never mind.
Let me just head back towards my corpse. A lot of corpse runs here today, boys.
Stop dying.
I know,
do
right?
be that way.
Get good. It's time to get good. Hey, what's up, MMO Bean? Can you dig into the mountains and build inside them? I don't know if you... Maybe. I haven't
No,
tried.
you can't. I don't think so. Nightingale, yeah. Thank you, Contra.
Nightingale.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, thank
Didn't you
you,
play
chat.
that, Brian, or no?
Yeah, I played it.
Briefly.
I just didn't... Like, the whole time I was playing it, I was like, I'd rather be playing Enshrouded. And that's... You know, and it's not that the game can't get better and that I don't want it to get better, because it was the community generously gifted me that game, and I was like, oh yeah, Nightingale, that sounds cool. I'll check it out. And then I was like, man, I'd rather be playing Enshrouded. Like, and my general rule is, you know, I'm not going to sit here and play a game that I'm not having fun, or you know, like if I want to play a game, I will go play that game, which is really, it's healthy. It's a healthier way to play video games. You know, you gotta put, I think, the game over the content in my mind.
Yeah. Want to buy EverQuest next /
Oh man, EverQuest next. What the dude? Yeah.
I don't know anything about those.
Okay, let's see here, dude. EverQuest next. When they announced that, I was like, oh, I'll check this out. And then, how the hell do I get where I need to be? I'm up on this giant mountain.
Yeah, that's a hard one to die on because you gotta go over the mountain and around it. And
All right, let's try going around this mountain naked in my skivvies. Yeah, MMO Enshrouded. Enshrouded has a lot of the like those elements because it's like you know you obviously get the multiplayer and you can have different rules for your server and stuff, which is pretty neat.
I will say I was worried about this game being a griefer magnet, but so far, due to the rules of the game, like it's just not possible. So
Right, like there's no,
That's
like
great.
in order to PvP, you gotta be in the PvP's areas. But it's interesting because they're like, yeah, full loot. You know, if you die, you drop everything. You know, so somebody could full loot your body with whatever you had on you, and it's like, yeah, like that's interesting. That those
I
are
believe that's only in the PvP zone,
it's
though.
only in the PvP zone, right? Them be stakes right there, boys. Which makes you want to, which it's interesting because there are people who are afraid of that, and generally speaking, maybe they're, you know, like, oh, I don't want PvP, I don't want somebody to run up and gank me. But what that does is for people who like PvP is it fundamentally changes your entire approach because there is real risk to your, you know, if you lose. So it's like, yeah, it puts in like, so it's not just like, well, what, you know, there's no cost to this win or lose. It's like, no. Let me, you know,
Are
let
you
me
going the
think
long
about it.
way around,
I
Brian?
am going the long way around.
Oh my, the very long way around.
Well, I was looking at the map and I was like, okay, here's this mountain. I need to somehow traverse it safely because otherwise I will die again. What happens then? Do I still have my corpse originally or?
You should. Your corpse won't be there, but the glowing spot with your loot will be there.
All right, yes, I want my loot.
Well, then I guess I'll just hang out by your body.
All right, sweet action. Next time I will be patient and I will wait for a res.
I was literally like 2 feet away
Oh
from
man,
you.
I know. I was like, I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh yeah. Well, because that's also the thing. It's like, you know, like I remember like when you would die in 11, it's like, hey, can I get a res? You know, somebody help, please. As opposed to like, oh yeah, I'll just respawn. Not a big deal. No issues. There we go. The long, long way. Yeah. So if I was to claim some of this mountain stuff, I could work on setting up my own
You could.
stuff. I might do that. I do have plenty of plots.
I would.
That might, like that's kind of be the project. So I appreciate so many people be here checking out the game. Like, is this worth it? It's like for me, yes, absolutely. I don't know if it's going to be what is your cup of tea, but I really am like, yeah, this is the kind of game that I'm looking forward to just like at nighttime when it's like, all right, let me just kind of play around, level up a little bit, craft a little bit. And then the fact that it does have PvP and it's got dungeons and all kinds of stuff. So like, there's definitely things that that I'm working towards, but it is going to be a slower grind, a slower process. What's up, Burrito Smash? Joining in voice chat. Rhino, you came in. I didn't see you until now. What's up, dude?
I'm just sneaky
Yeah.
lurking right now.
I love it. And for those of you who are jumping into the stream, if you missed the intro and you want to be a part of the voice chat, just hit the top link in the description. That will get you over in the Discord as well as the other content. And so would love, yeah, you're all everybody's welcome. And yeah, we'll keep things rocking and rolling, especially with PAX Day, New World, Final Fantasy 14 next Friday. And then yeah, it's good fun times. Yeah, the music in this game is great. It's just not playing all the time. It reminds me of Final Fantasy 11 as well, where it's like occasionally you would just have like the ambiance.
you know what sucks about 14 coming out next week, right?
Yeah,
First Descendant comes out the same day, and I want
Yeah.
to play that too.
yeah. First Descendant on the 2nd, and then followed by Once Human, which I've downloaded. I just haven't played. These mushrooms, because why not? Berserker
Yes, eat
mushrooms,
food.
interesting.
Eat food. Oh, I wouldn't eat berserkers. Those don't necessarily give you health.
Yeah, I was
Have to
like,
wear a diaper.
they don't sound like that. And Buffalo is watching from the pool. Yeah, dude. I love. Oh gosh, it's a bear.
Yeah, don't mess with the bears. The bears are very nasty.
Kill the hell out of you.
Ah!
Bears tend to be nasty.
Okay, he keeps missing, unlike the wolf. The wolf did not... Alright, can I get around this tree?
Turtle Gaming wants to know what your best MMO is in your opinion.
My best MMO?
What the best MMO is in your opinion.
I still think Final Fantasy 11. But that's not to say it's not without it. And that's just nostalgia kicking in, clearly.
It is probably the best systems.
Yeah, you
of,
got
like,
the
leveling up
sub
and stuff.
jobbing, you got like the open world, you got the player economy. Like,
Interface is a little archaic.
oh,
though.
the interface sucks ass. All right, finally making it back to my body. Hey, and there's Lost hanging out next to it.
I mean, MMO Byte recently
Yay.
put out a
Trap
video
this here.
that said FF14 is the best MMO, which I'm like, is it though?
Is
It's a
it?
good one.
It's a good one.
Really,
I think
really
it's a good one, but I don't know.
But do you ever like get like a hankering for playing 14, or do you get a hankering for playing
this stuff?
11?
Everything over here.
I
some
have
pants on.
not. I haven't
Put some
played.
pants on.
I haven't played FF14 in a couple years since like the beginning of.
You press I, it'll go to your
Walker,
inventory, and then you
that.
can just double click on it, and it should.
And I have no desire to play 14 again.
All right, shield.
You should be able to double click on it in your inventory, and it should
Oh yeah,
go on for you.
dude. Thank you. This is also where people will be like, you go, like, yeah, like sandbox MMOs are driven off of friends. Being able to have,
mean, we
people
built
to
this
do
for
this
every
stuff.
person so far
Yeah.
who has joined the group, not just you.
Well, no, I wasn't claiming it was streamer
I know.
privilege, even though streamer privilege is a real ass thing.
It's real. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more that, how do I put my shield up? Is there a way to put it on my back?
You have to put it in your
Unequip it.
action bar.
Yeah, you put it
Okay.
in your action bar and you unequip it.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, is that? Oh, cool. It's up on the D-pad, and I guess that's number 3, and that's number or whatever. Okay, last. Interesting. Yeah,
Alright,
cool.
terrible.
Woo. Fantastic.
Oh, there you go. It's starting to load in again.
That's gonna be helpful against some of these monsters. Are you being chased by a wolf?
Very helpful. I don't believe so.
There's something
That's a
after you.
fox.
Oh, is that a fox?
It's a fox.
Oh, I'm punching with the shield. Nice.
You can do a shield bash attack, which stuns the enemy,
You can
and then
block
there's a big
too.
charge
Nice.
of attack as well.
Very cool.
But the
Remove
combat
spell.
is
Hold on a
still
second.
very-
Remove spell shield bash. So that would be control click. Is that like a?
Yes, it stuns the enemy real quick.
Trying to see if it was a controller shortcut, and there's not. Okay. Neat. Okay. So that's the skill that you have for the weapon equipped, and then there's some spell stuff as well. Neat. Okay. Skill chains were really cool, dude. Skill chains were really freaking cool.
They're almost there, just over the hill and to the left.
And we can also get like stats from gear. Have we figured out more about that level of progression?
Well, you can level up gear, like you can get better at using a mace or shield
Okay,
and
good.
things like that.
Good. Give me some RPG grinding elements.
Yes, and then that's same as leveling up your crafting skills.
If you've never played a Final Fantasy game, Turtle, that is a really good question. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. Like, what would be like if we want to start in the classics? Like, I would kind of wait to see if they do an HD 2D remake of it.
Just tell them to play 10. 10 is a good start.
10 is a really good game.
10,
10 or 12.
6 I think is a popular one.
Yeah, 6 is
Is it
incredible.
6? 6 or
7,
8, one of
very.
those?
Oh,
I think
7
it's 6.
remake. I've been playing through that, and it's phenomenal. What's up, Contra? How you doing? Thinking about picking this up. What's the best way to join you guys? Are there servers? There are servers. Does it tell me where I am at in terms of that? Like I said it at the start. Like I'm on Freya, and we're at the Ignis whatever, and I started in Luma. See if it shows. Yeah,
Brian, I'll
it
be right
started.
back.
We're
I'm
in
gonna go
the
hop in
Jura
the other
region.
Discord real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Cool. All right.
Yeah, JP has the right. JP is pretty has the right of it. OG FF11 player. JP is an OG FF11 player. He always wanted a next gen FF11 2.0 MMO, but instead we got WoW and a Final Fantasy skin with FF14.
Yeah, 14
Yeah.
is WoW in a 14
Yeah.
in a Final Fantasy skin, and Yoshi. That's Yoshi P's own words.
To me, that people still think, oh, FF14 is better than WoW or whatever, or it's like completely different. And I'm just like, no, it's literally just a ripoff. It's literally just the most successful WoW.
They're all rip-offs of each other. Like,
Yeah.
WoW is a rip-off of another game, which was, a rip-off of another game, etc., etc.
Right.
Like,
Oh, cool. It
you
tells
can't just
me.
say it's just a rip-off, because, it's just a modulation of the formula that works.
Shared with clan. What does this say? Joker's plot. So somebody claimed that. Okay, so I guess non-clan or whatever. Those are the orange claims. Lost in Walmart. Shared with clan. Very nice.
Also,
guess-
to be fair to 14, they did try something else. They tried something else with 1.0, and people fucking hated it. So you know what they did? They did what worked. So
Yeah.
I liked it. People didn't, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would have liked to experience FF Final Fantasy 14 1.0, but just to see what it was like. But like
Way different.
when I was in college, hearing about what my classmates were saying about like the game design, I knew it wasn't gonna be good.
How do I share my plot with the clan?
Have you placed it?
Yes. Oh, it
Okay,
says private.
there. Right, so you can go to your hammer
Building
menu.
rights, clan. Okay.
Yes. And you can name it, so that makes it easier to know which one you're actually looking at.
Nice.
In the top section, you can name it.
So
I named
crafting.
mine 1, 2, 3, so I could figure out which one each was.
Nice.
Kingdom Hearts, I don't know. I think Kingdom Hearts is overrated, but
The first one's good.
yeah.
After the first one, it kind of got a little played out, I think. Midway through
Well,
2.
I was really frustrated with like when I learned that 3 had like no Final Fantasy in it. I'm like, what?
3 never came out. What are you talking about?
Kingdom Hearts.
Three's
Yeah,
been out.
he's
No,
joking.
3 never came out.
It's like,
Oh,
no,
okay.
like that's not what we asked for.
I'm
Take
saying
word
that
for
what
it.
we got is not the thing that we wanted. Alright, so Brian,
Not
if
what
you
I was
want
waiting
some,
for. Or
more
15
gear, there should be some probably bows and other stuff up in this hut,
Okay.
which is the storage hut.
Let me see where you're at. 1 second.
And we can do some crafting or looting or
Oh, wow, y'all have
go
been-
fight and stuff.
Y'all been building. Let's see here.
You know, they've been busy, man. They've been busy.
Okay. Where's this hut with what is this the hut?
Over here. Hello.
Hello.
So the second one from the left on the top should have bows and arrows in it.
I see some iron tipped arrow. Yep, and basic longbow. Okay. And I'll take arrows. Do I have to equip the arrows into the bow or?
No, you pulled them out of your inventory, so just grab a stack and now
Alright.
you are good. You will now need to level up your bow skill. If you want to, make some wooden arrows and leave the iron arrows for
Okay.
killing like monsters and stuff. And if you want to go hunting with the regular wooden arrows, then
Alright,
that can
Let's make
get you a
some.
good long ways.
Let's make some wooden arrows then. So I need to chop down some trees.
No, and then the workbench is in We don't have a fletching station yet. So don't worry about that yet. We need to place our arrow making place.
Too hard. Here. Too hard. Okay.
Did anybody else track in Dune Awakening and that MMO?
That's an interesting one that like I've heard a lot, like when people have seen it, that they're like really surprised, and it is that sandbox survival MMO.
Literally.
Yeah.
I've
exactly.
heard. I
Funny.
mean, I've heard people are a bit upset about it. Like the Dune lore, and like the people who are really big fans of Dune are not
All right. I need to increase my logging skill because all these trees are too
not
hard.
happy with it.
You need a different
But-
axe.
Okay.
I don't know if they have any extra steel axes or not.
So my understanding of the Dune game is that it's kind of a what if scenario. It's a outside of the books and the lore. It's like what if the events of the books and the movie, the books never happened, or what if
okay.
went a different way, and that's what the game is about. So it's kind of like an alternate timeline.
To be
Yeah.
fair, that's what Dune is about. Because Paul Atreides can see the alternate histories all the time.
Well, and that's why I kind of liked it. I was like, hey, between the books, I mean, I'm excited about it because of the lore and the history and kind of that universe. And it's an interesting thing too, where they have that PvP zone, which I guess is a specific area that you will go for PvP, but the rest of it's going to be, I think, PvE zones, and there's base building and.
Make a torch.
Have you seen Monsters and Memories? I have not,
Isn't that a podcast? Or
but I've never heard of it. I don't know. Monsters
sounds like a
and
podcast.
Memories. Oh no, it's an MMO.
Really?
Well, what do we know? All right.
Wow,
we're
update
pretty
40. Okay.
Oh
41.
no. Oh
Okay.
good.
So it's getting
Read it.
updates. Moral. What is this? FAQ.
Eric Leather.
Classes potentially included or represented are Archer, Bard, Beastmaster, Cleric, Druid, Elementalist, Enchanter, Fighter, Inquisitor, Monk, Necromancer, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Shadow Knight, Shaman, Spellblade, and Wizard. Spellblade.
Hey Brian,
Yo.
you want to play the Final Fantasy 14 tabletop RPG?
No.
Oh man, I figured out if anyone you'd be the one who'd be gay. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. No, it's just like I've never done tabletop,
Unity.
and I wouldn't know what I was doing. And I bought like the Cyberpunk tabletop, and I'm like I'm so confused. All right, so there's
Brian,
I've done that
tanning.
before.
the fletching table is right here, so you can build arrows on it.
All right. Oh, cool.
And
The
you can
wooden
also make
arrow,
bows and
perfect.
stuff.
And what was the what does it need? It just needs sapwood. Okay. So I don't
Yeah.
have to go and like craft anything to craft something.
It's a very basic.
Now, how do I select which arrow I want to use?
Don't know how to do that. I would just take the other one out of your inventory.
Okay, fair enough.
That would be my first step, because I don't know the actual answer to that question.
Good old skill ups. What's going on, Master Agent? How you doing? What's going on, Each? How y'all doing over there? All right, so I need more sapwood, and I made 15 of those arrows. Cool. Da-da-da-da-da. I need to find something to shove down. I'm gonna go put these iron arrows up.
I'm not quite.
I wonder though if under equipment there's a there's not like an ammo slot. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's not, so.
This
What
looks
up,
like
brother
a-
Ginger?
What's happening? I drop these arrows back
up,
in
Jessica?
here.
Yes.
There we
What's
go.
going on, guys?
Not much, man. This is fun. I got some clan, some land claim for the clan, and I think we were talking about leveling up my archery skills a little bit, so we'll see about that.
Oh, nice, nice. Do you have a hammer?
Yes.
I'm trying to get him
If
some,
y'all have a steel, like I can't chop down these trees that are near us. You know, there's like
yeah,
one or
I'm
two
working
trees
on
that I can
making you
chop.
one now.
Okay, cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I was gonna say we can get with Wicket, get you iron axes and pickaxe.
How do I invite you to a party? Let's see here.
I don't know if
example.
it's working yet.
So I'm in one, but it works and it don't work.
Okay.
Mostly don't work.
One of those.
Very
It
cool.
works.
You,
It
you
works
have
when it
your,
works.
you have your hammer handy?
I do.
All right, you want, you know the drone feature? You know how to do that?
The what feature?
The drone feature?
No.
So press F7,
F7. Oh.
and then to speed it up, hold Alt and scroll wheel out, and you can move it a little faster.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm looking at a bird's eye view of what's going on here.
Right on, right on. So you can kind of see where we've claimed for the clan.
Yeah,
So your plots, if you want to bump them up against ours.
I have. I've done
And-
2 over here on the left.
All right, good deal, good deal. And then like if you want to keep 1 or 2 to like do a farm later out some, you know what I mean? Like in the valley or something.
I wouldn't mind trying to build some stairs on these mountains and stuff like that. So we'll have to play with that.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically just have at it, man. Like we've got clan space all done.
Nice.
Other than that,
For you.
like I think Walmart showed you around a little bit, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, he helped me get a bow and then we crafted a handful of wooden arrows, and I need to make some more wooden arrows.
I mean, he's
So
never
that-
like helped me do anything yet, or given me bows and arrows, but that's cool.
Yeah. I never gave you a bow and arrow, did I? Huh? Uh-huh.
This little tree is too hard. That is so funny. It's like, oh,
Yeah, so you got to go for like the dead-looking ones, like the yellowish, reddish ones.
yeah.
Like this one should work.
That one I
It's
tried.
fun.
It
It
said
is
it
funny,
was
though.
too hard. It just makes me laugh because it's like I think I just cut down something bigger, and then it's like this one's saying like, no,
It's
you
like I
wish.
could literally just like lean against that and break it in half, but this is too hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, right. I should be able to knock it down with my hammer.
Here, all right. I see some deer. Oh, don't run.
But you guys have at it.
Some food, Brian.
Yep.
Abilities
You
on
guys have
cooldown.
at it. I'm
Got 'em.
waiting. My group's waiting for me back. So
All right, you do your thing, man.
All right, take it easy,
I
dude.
mean, you know, I bounce out and they just stand around with their thumbs in their pockets. So I got to get them moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, I'll be
Yep,
playing a
yep.
little bit more. Oh man, what a weak shot. All right.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll get Wicked getting you some tools real quick.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so I gotta ask the question. I've been trying to study up a little bit on this game, and you guys said earlier you think it's worth the entry fee to this game.
For 40
Pax Dei.
bucks, yeah, absolutely. And I like early access games, so there's an inherent bias already because it's like, oh yeah, I love seeing how games evolve and being able to play them.
So I really enjoy Valheim and I enjoy Enshrouded. I've kind of shelved them both for just a little bit while they go
Yeah.
through more development. When I first jumped into them both, I really liked them.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, yeah, again, you think that this one is
Yeah.
Worth
If you,
the entry.
well, especially
Same
because if
game.
you also have other games that it's like when you're like, oh, I'm not really feeling playing it, like you can easily just go, oh, let me go check out what's going on with the other stuff. So
exactly.
yeah, like I was like, with this game, you know, I'm really just looking forward to having kind of like, you know, what I would consider something like where you can just be, you just kind of play. I'm playing, but I don't have any like real like, oh man, I got to get this, that, or the other thing done. You know, it's like kind of discover. I like the discovery.
Is this on Xbox or just PC?
This
It's
is
PC,
just
I
on
thought.
PC, but it's also in GeForce. It's coming to GeForce now. They announced that at the time, and it does have light controller support. So I wonder if they're like, oh, let us add some more controller support before we bring it to GFN, or I don't know what the plan is there. So we'll have to wait and see.
It's also like pretty much literally same game. I mean, not exactly, but it's like the same loop. It's the same loop. You'll
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Make axe, please. I like the minimalistic UI as well. Like it just kind of is like let the game just. It's so easy to kind of get absorbed in the world, and That's where landmarks will end up becoming pretty important. Some of y'all's building skills are really impressive.
Yeah, the Wicked, who is our current crafter, because when the game was frozen, we couldn't place anything. He just sat there making all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And so his skill level went up really high. And we just kept feeding him materials.
Genius.
Ty asks, will there be a narrative-driven part of Pax Dei?
There's lore and
Like,
stuff like
is there
that,
like
but
a
it's
story?
there's no like
Or-
MSQ that you're gonna follow.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, that's where it's
They-
like
Well, that's
If-
correct.
if there
Advertise it
is,
as
they
a
haven't talked about
community
it.
run
Right.
MMO.
Yeah. Like, there are dungeons and stuff, but and there's obviously lore, but there's no MSQ to speak of.
trivial.
Which I didn't think there was. Like, just looking at it, seeing what it is, it didn't look like there was
Ginger,
any.
if you come over to me, they have an axe and pickaxe for you.
Oh, sweet.
So
So
you can chop down
crafting
some
and
big old
combat. Oh,
trees.
cool. I can see my level progress on my skills and stuff. All right, great.
Is there
Where did
still
Lost
up ahead
go?
of
This.
in the forge?
The forge is that.
Oh, okay, there we
What's
go.
the
That's
forge?
this Adobe-looking building over here, to your left.
Would it be a problem for
Oh, this one.
longevity?
Rust is still around.
I was gonna say not really, simply because of the audience it's targeting.
Thank
Right,
you,
it's,
sir.
it's targeting the survival.
Oh, is that a sword?
The survival.
Oh,
I think it's
Wow.
just the pommel. It's not the actual sword.
Argine crossguard. Oh, the fit. Okay.
Yeah, that's just the pommel.
Iron,
so,
iron pickaxe. Grab you.
You want
Iron
that?
chopping. And
The chopping sword.
Guinness stone is what I have. So I'm going to put my Guinness stone
Nice.
axe in here.
Nice stone.
Take that. I'm going to take this. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, I think it's
Excellent.
funny that they called it that every stone you pick up is a nice stone.
Well, there's other stones that aren't nice, like granite and limestone, and
Okay.
there's flint.
So far, I've only seen every stone I've seen players pick up, I've only seen them pick up nice stones.
Yes. I
So-
can now chop. Why is it not
So-
auto chopping? It's like I'm holding it down. All right, let me hold down the mouse. Okay, it's the controller thing. Yeah,
Okay, I was gonna say it auto chops with the mouse, so
yeah. Dadgum controllers.
it just doesn't like you.
Exactly.
Filthy controller scum.
Filthy controller player. A Pax
But
on
yeah,
you in your house.
Right now, it's just kind of the building. The combat isn't great, but
Yeah.
it's not horrible. And it's very clear that, combat with friends is much better than combat alone.
Yeah. It should be also
I haven't
stated
seen
this
it.
is as an early access game. They consider this still in the alpha phase. So
Yeah.
I saw one comment saying was like, "Oh, this doesn't even look like they got the beta stuff in," and it's like, yeah, because it's not even in beta. This is the alpha.
They said in the original concept that there would be emergent-driven storyline, but it was based on you coming across a triggering event and following it, paying attention, as there is no quest. Yeah,
Yeah, no quest.
So Dark Souls
Sounds about right.
storytelling.
basically.
Yeah.
Which is fine if you like that sort of thing. I don't know, it worked for Elden Ring,
Mhm.
but I'm not a huge fan.
It gives lots of room for people like me to make content that people don't want to watch. That thing.
Well, it leaves room for it leaves a lot of room for speculation and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like, what is the story of this game? What is going on in the world? I mean, that's part of the fun, kind of discovering that. So, do I need to keep cutting it?
yeah.
As if it's a bigger tree?
Yes, so it
Yeah.
falls down and you have to finish chopping
Chopped
it.
up.
Chop it into
You have to
pieces.
process it.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate your assist on that answer. There we go. 70. Let's go. Don't get crushed by the trees. Okay, good to know.
Oh, you can get
It's
crushed by the tree.
unfortunately, it's not like Valheim where you can get squished.
Oh, you can't get squished?
I tested it out because, well, I've been killed by those trees in Valheim so many times. I have PTSD.
All right, let's see if I can make a bunch of wood arrows and go on my hunts. What do you do in this game, Brian? I'm a hunter.
I shoot wildly inaccurate bows and arrows at
Yes. In all
wildly
directions.
stupid wildlife.
In all directions, without any rhyme or reason. Yeah, give me that 17 experience. Yum 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 yum. One of the things that's going to be interesting to see, just in terms of gaming culture, though, like let's say this game is, people are going to say it's a success or a failure, like that you can't stop people from peopling. But what's going to be interesting to see is that if this game does find success, what these kind of games open up is the opportunity from the streaming side to make it a way more conversational aspect. It's like you could almost categorize this as just chatting while I make thousands of arrows, you know. It's like, okay,
Right.
so it's gonna be interesting to see, because like if there is a popular sandbox, which when I say popular, I mean in context of sandbox, I don't think you're gonna convert tons of WoW raiders into the game like this, but where it's like, yeah, this is the sandbox that we're all playing and talking about. You know, it just leads to, I guess, more real conversation with the chat. I feel like not having a narrative could be a problem for people who don't participate in group play. You're 1,000% right. Narrative is a great single player concept. One second, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Ty, no, they're not focusing on solo players. They're focusing on group play. You can do things solo, but it's much more difficult, from what I understand, to be a solo player than it is to work in a group.
Like, in this game, you will be a specialist. Like, you will be an armor crafter, a weapon crafter. It'll take a very long time to be an expert of everything.
Right, you're not
And
like
so
a
much
god-killing
faster.
machine. You know, it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the one thing that was created,
Maybe you
just like
are.
everybody else. Speak for yourself, Brian.
Maybe you're not good at video games, but I am.
Yeah.
I killed four guys
This is
last
my
Tuesday.
lumberjacking game. Lumberjacking and arrow practice.
I'm a lumberjack, and that's okay.
All
I
right.
work all night and I sleep all day.
Are you able to move between servers with a character like in Valheim?
You know, but you can move between servers with extra characters. Like, you can make a new character and go to a different server.
Okay.
Yeah, someone was asking me like, hey, invited me. I was like, oh yeah, I do actually have multiple characters. Let me see here. I don't remember what I got it because I wanted to be able to claim plenty of plots. And that's what I was
You get
thinking.
6.
You get 6 plots with the master edition.
You get 6
How many characters? I get
4
6
plots.
characters. Holy crap. All right.
6 characters and 4 plots.
Sweet.
It's pay to win.
It is, yep.
I mean,
I mean, technically, but I mean, I don't really care.
Pay to have a bigger house.
it's, yeah, and then it takes more work to manage the house. Like, it's pay to play more, I guess.
Okay, yeah, 4 lots.
And
Yeah, look
the
at
extra
here,
characters don't really do anything special for you. So, I mean,
Yeah, it just allows me to have them if I want them.
Mm,
Do your extra characters become part of your clan by default? Or your whatever?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I
Then
don't think
it is
so.
pay to win because you can do some of that corporate espionage like in Eve.
Well, that's part of it.
Doing another
The
rival
team that designed Eve is one of the big teams that's behind this game. So
Oh,
it's
that
like,
checks out.
I do think from a narrative perspective, it's going to be a very player-driven narrative. Like, can you believe, like, okay, we got to take down that that company, and I've spent months working on it.
Guys, this is a serious issue. Scrag has a monopoly on flax.
Yes, exactly. We have to kill him. We have to join him, befriend
No.
him, and then betray him.
Pax Day isn't free to play, but I think
No,
Throne and Liberty is. I think.
Throne and
right?
Liberty is free to play, which I think is a mistake. And
I agree.
and I think and Blue Protocol is also free to play, which I was like, gosh darn it, just charge
Throne and
$30,
Liberty
right? Just put
apparently got a release date.
yeah, the
announcement.
17th. And
next
oh my goodness, Fluppy hitting that member button over on the MMO streaming channel. Thank you, sir. Let us increase that gold. There we go. And boom. Thank you, sir. Thanks for hitting that green name tag. It's so nice of you to do that. Your support has been so generous.
You were the wire in his bra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of bras, my man boobs are getting smaller, which is great.
That's good.
Hey, mine too.
I went and shaved my chest the other day, which was like, all right, got to get summer ready. Let's go.
Oh man.
That summer bud.
All right, cool. I got bunches of arrows. Let me go kill. Oh, dude, I love it when I can see things like the world reacting to me in other players, right? Because what's one of the things about it is that it's neat that I'm here and thus, you know, impacting the world, you know, subtly. It's asynchronous in a way, you know?
Yep.
Oh, good. Here's that flax. Haha. Suck it, Scrag. And your
If you're
Monopoly.
not associated with a 100+ person group, there's no point to play.
Yeah, this
no?
is definitely a multiplayer. I don't know if you need a 100+ person group,
I
but
don't know if that's
I don't even
accurate.
think you need 10. You probably just need like 5.
Yeah, you'd
Sure.
probably
Well,
be
you're
fine
gonna-
with like.
it's going to
I'm
be
not sure
different
if
goal,
that's
different strokes for different folks. Like if you want to get the most and be a part of the biggest, then of course. One second, phone call.
Unless you just want to like join a guild, get given all your gear, and get told go into the wilderness and kill people. If that's the experience you want, you probably need a 100-person group. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What
I
up?
mean, I don't think that's the kind of experience most survival craft players want.
What's up, Everbot?
Hello.
What's up, guys? What's up, Brian?
So what are the pros and cons of free to play in y'all's opinion?
Cons, bots,
Oh, yeah, you went
cheaters,
AFK, huh?
children, hackers, ego people, morons.
I mean, the biggest con to free to play is microtransactions.
I don't think so. I think microtransactions. It depends on the microtransaction, right? Like,
Well, generally they're set up to be where they are worthwhile, right? And yes, I do agree
yeah.
that there are some microtransactions that are not just abusable, complete abuse.
It's called a man's
free-to-play
ear.
games, yes, tend to have more egregious microtransactions than non-free-to-play games. Tend to.
But
That doesn't mean
usually
they
they
always do.
That's why I just have an entry fee because an entry fee helps reduce so many problems.
The
It doesn't
issue
have
is
to be
that,
like
like,
a high fee, just something.
With free-to-play games, there's no barrier to entry, so like anyone and everyone and everything can join.
Yeah.
So like there are free-to-play games that once they launch, they get like an influx of bots and like Lost Ark, as far as I'm aware, still has a major botting issue.
Will
Right.
your computer run this game? A Ryzen 5 3060? I don't know actually.
A Ryzen CPU is a Ryzen 5 3600 core.
Woo! Look at you, man. You know,
I think
I was coming in
think
to
so.
save.
like the whole thing about bots and everything is like it's kind of like an arms race. Like it doesn't really matter. Like it's like banning guns. If people want to use guns, they're still going to shoot them, right? Like it's like
Yeah.
trying to stop bots is like impossible,
That's the
even
thing.
with like World of Warcraft.
So many people just
is
don't understand that. It's like,
Possible, but you can slow it down
well,
drastically.
I think
right?
it's about
It's-
reporting.
it's-
I think the problem that comes up with botting is that people are like, I'm reporting these bots and I still see bots. Why am I still seeing bots? As opposed to like, I reported the bot. Yeah, that bot is gone. This is a new bot, you know, or something like that.
Well, the problem with that, I mean, you can do it has to be community based, right? But then people abuse it, right? So
Yeah.
there's the double-edged sword of that. But the other problem is that
That's
they don't
important,
want the
Joe.
detection methods to be caught, so they have to like do it in batches so that people can't really figure it out right away. But then they figure it out anyway. So it's like it doesn't really matter. It's always going to be a problem no matter what. If there's money to be made, there's money to be made. You know, it's kind of like
Right.
it's the world we live in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know. But free-to-play games also tend to have a optional, quote-unquote, optional subscription.
Oh yeah, from the range, baby.
Well, I think it's like,
Woo!
think about it like New World, right? New World does it in a way where it's buy to play, and what's good about that is at least they're making money off of the people who are buying new accounts to bot with, right?
Yeah,
So at
exactly.
least they're profiting from
Right.
it.
No, I agree with at least a buy to play
Yeah.
model. But
But the problem with like New World, you know, I love New Worlds, right?
Yeah, same here.
But the biggest problem with New World is that they have like this like thing going on, and I don't know why. Well, I know why Amazon's not doing anything about it, but everybody's buying gold in it and like destroying the economy, right? And it's all one corporation. I know it's a company that owns like all the servers. They have multiple characters, and they just raid log, essentially, get on, win all the fights, and deterministically determine who's going to win by winning the onslaught, right? Then funneling all the tax money back to themselves, and then selling that gold off to other players on pay-to-win websites, right? And like Amazon doesn't do anything about it,
Right.
and it obliterates the economy and ruins the whole game. So it's just like, I'm hoping this game will be better because the pedigree
Player-driven economies require that they've got to have some
integrity
with that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like if it's that, oh, there's nothing against going out and just buying whatever, you know, like that like what MMOs have done to solve that problem is they've basically taken trade away from players, and so you see as different MMOs have come out, player trading has gotten less and less and less to the point where with Blue Protocol there is no player trading whatsoever. I think that the risk is worth the reward. I think if you have a player-driven economy, that automatically incentivizes all the different content, so you don't have to artificially force somebody to go into like, oh, got to go run this dungeon once a day so I can get this thing so that I can do this thing later. And it's like, oh man, MMO chores, man, don't do it. Now, Fluffy says, what are your thoughts, recommendations for the game so far? If you don't mind early access, and you got to be honest with yourself, because I always see people in the comments going, I got in on the hype and now I regret it. It's like, just be chill. Like if you don't like early access, if you don't like waiting for things to be feature complete, hold off. We'll keep you guys up to date on all the developments of the game in and of itself. But if you like an MMO, if you want to have that kind of social experience, you know, outside of Twitter or something like that, then these are I think this is going to be a really good game. Visually, it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, I have to say, like, it is really impressive what they have done here with this game in and of itself. I like that it's starting to have controller support. Being that I'm running on Steam, I'm wondering if I can kind of fill in the gaps with like Steam controller input, but things to test out in the future. All right.
One thing I do wish they had was crafting from your box.
Yes.
I spent all this time to get organized.
Crafting from the boxes would be huge.
And then it's like, oh, yeah, you got to go disorganize everything you have again because you actually, you know, you left that one thing in that box and you need that one thing.
All right, it didn't let me exit the game, but I need to wrap up, guys. It's time to get back to work. This was a really good break for my brain. I've been working on this problem all day, and I'm going to go back to seeing if I can solve it now that I've had some rest. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions or whatnot, sound off in the comments, especially if this is a VOD. And yeah, come jump into the Discord. We'll be playing some more for sure. And yeah, it's the year of MMOs, guys. If you're watching the schedule, like every month is having one, if not two MMOs dropping, which is just wild. It's absolutely wild to me. All right, I'm going to hit the finish, and I'm going to see you guys hopefully next time. But until then.